Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I wanted to talk about love and hip hop and Nana, baby. All right, so this was the what season? I don't know. I think MTV and the girls over at OWN when it comes to love and marriage. I was about to say love and hip hop Huntsville. When it comes to love and marriage Huntsville, I think they do this like mid break, mid season, not mid break, like a mid season type of setup where it's like how like Love and Marriage Huntsville does this thing where they have like 30 episodes, but they'll say like season A, like season 8 part A, season, like part B. I think that's what Love and Hip Hop is doing. I don't like it. Because at the end, Spice, and I did see something online a couple of months ago. Spice, they were taping in London, and at the end of this episode, Spice was saying how the cast doesn't know, but she's taking them on tour to perform in London. So, yeah, it was a video I think of Amy, Bambi. I think Amy and Bambi are getting along now. That's what it looked like from what I saw in the clip because I mean, it really doesn't mean anything, but I think Amy was on stage performing and like Bambi was in the audience. Again, that doesn't mean anything because she could have just been forced to be there. Anyways, Siara and Spice meet up to talk. Siara is walking. They're at a restaurant. Siara walks in. Spice is already sitting down, and she walking by. I thought it was so funny because you know how like when you into like when you in an argument with your friend and you want to give your hug a friend but you're mad, so you walk by like, and she was walking by chewing on her piece of gum, moving her hair out the way. Anyways, they sit down. Siara is 100% right in this argument with Spice. Spice is full of it. I was about to curse. Spice is full of it. I don't care. Spice is trying to play this game of like I'm over this project. I'm the producer, but I can't control what other people say. This is what music is about. It's about the artistry, and I also want this to be a positive project. But I'm gonna let y'all diss each other. Like I feel like Spice is talking out of every side of her face. I'm getting ahead of myself. Even at the end, when some chaos broke out, Shakana was like, "This is your fault." No, I think no. Shakana said, "We're just one chaotic family or something like that. We're just like one dysfunctional family." And Spice was telling Shakana, "You shut up." It was funny. You shut the f up. This is your fault. No, actually, Spice is yours. And we'll get into it. I'm getting ahead of myself. Um, But Siara has every right to feel the way that she feels. Like, one, you don't want me on the album, okay? But because you want real artists, is Bambi a real artist? She didn't sound bad in rehearsal last week when her and Amy got on stage. Amy didn't sound bad to me. Bambi didn't sound bad. But you also let Shekinah Joe perform at the end of the day. So that's what I'm saying. Like Spice is everywhere with what she wants, the direction she wants to go with the project. What's the qualifications in order to be on the project? You have to be a real artist, but you're allowing Bambi and Amy, and I don't think anybody considers Amy or Bambi a real artist. I know they definitely don't consider Shekinah Joe one. The ones that I would consider a real artist is Scrappy. That's who else? Rashida. Girl, I know you know. Rashida, I read like Shawty Low. Shout out to Kate Michelle. Hey, okay. Rashida, Scrappy. Who else? Spice, of course. Spice is a Grammy nominated artist. If we're gonna say real artist, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, but I think Siara was right. She had every right to be upset at Spice. You really do have this girl down here doing a diss track. I'm supposed to be your home girl, and your whole thing is, oh, I don't want to mess up the artistry. But then when the girls get to tussling, you want to act like you ain't got nothing to do with it. When the truth of the matter is, Spice should have nipped it in the bud at the get go. I'm sorry, I understand that this is the direction that you want to go, but because I'm over this project, I want this to be positive. Now, that's one thing if you want to talk about the girl who did you wrong in high school, but I don't want that energy amongst the cast. I want everybody to have a good time. I want nobody firing shots at nobody, right? That's how Spice should have handled it. But again, Spice talking out of every side of her face. They eventually made up. They were sitting there eating and laughing and kikiing. Um, Kirk and Rashida. Can I just say something? Rashida ain't the only woman who done stayed with her man after her man cheated on her. Rashida ain't the only woman who stayed with her man after her man cheated on her and had a baby. Rashida ain't gonna never leave Kirk, and Kirk is definitely never leaving Rashida. So it really doesn't matter at the end of the day because Rashida ain't gonna never leave Kirk. They sit down and have a conversation because you know Kirk is supposedly living, I guess, in the guest house. Girl, okay. So Kirk been sleeping not in the house. um, I don't even want to get worked up over Rashida and Kirk because there's nothing to get worked up over. But here I go. But they're having conversations about the text messages between Jasmine and Kirk. Kirk says we were arguing about some ish that don't even matter. Like what? Like that's what I'm saying. Y'all be letting me play in y'all face because what are you arguing about? And why are you telling me that it doesn't matter? Because really and truly, the only thing that you should be talking about is your son. So if you were arguing about something, I'm assuming that it has something to do with your son. So what were you arguing about that had to do with your son? You were not arguing about your son, okay? That's why you don't want to say what you were arguing about. And you're trying to brush it under the rug as though we were arguing about something that doesn't matter. Like what? Talk plain to me. But of course, Rashida really doesn't want to know what he was arguing with Jasmine about. The argument was more than likely probably about you giving her extra funds in exchange for a little bit of coochie. You wanted a coochie coupon. Okay. Um, he says he deleted the messages because you know I'm an energy person. Girl, when has girl, y'all kill me, girl? When I tell you one thing about these no, girl, they'll learn something from y'all girls. Now the girls want to be energy, girl. I'm positive energy, girl. It's all about the spiritual, girl. It's all about the feeling. It's good vibes only. Is it, girl? Is it, girl? Okay, okay, Kirk. Now Kirk is all about energy. Okay, so you know he's been saying this whole season that I guess because of the negative energy that Jasmine brings, he doesn't want that energy in his phone. When I tell y'all, y'all be letting these noodles play in y'all face every day. And I just be in the back looking, calling y'all stupid. Not y'all, not y'all, not y'all. Girl. And I just be in the back looking, calling the people stupid. Girl, you so stupid. Girl, you look crazy. Anyways, Rashida, I was with Rashida, but it's too much like right. So Rashida says that basically the minute anything makes me look or feel uncomfortable, you should straighten it out. Wasn't I just down here in these YouTube streets telling y'all that in my head, I don't care how it looks. If someone is disrespecting your union, if someone is disrespecting you as a husband, a father, disrespecting your family, because to me, all that's like wrapped in one in a way, right? What I'm trying to say is, if someone is tempting you or trying to get you to go down a path of infidelity, girl, you should be checking whoever it is to let them know, don't ever disrespect me or my wife or my family like that. Girl, what type of man do you think I am? I'm a man of integrity. I have morals, right? I take my relationship slash marriage seriously. Ain't nobody coming over here messing up nothing. But the reason why Kirk and men like Kirk won't stand up and straighten it out. Remember, I was telling y'all about T.I. down to Angie Martinez's show, and Angie asked him about the beef that was happening between Tiny and Bernice. It was a rumor going around that Bernice was allegedly T.I.'s side chick. We don't know. But what I do know for a fact is that Tiny and Bernice had a little 1-2 down to the World Wide Web. And T.I. told Angie, that's women business. I don't get in the middle of women business. Nigga, that's your wife online going back and forth with a woman who they say you cheated on her with. You're supposed to step in. And if you don't want to get into it online, you need to be ringing her phone telling her to sit her ass down and shut up or something. Good. But they don't do that. Because they know that y'all gonna step in and do all the windmilling and fight for them, right? We're gonna get into Yandy in a little bit. They know they don't have to, because they know that Yandy is gonna be down to the internet fighting and fussing in the comment section over her man. That's my man, right? They don't have to, because they know what the response is gonna be. I don't have to set up and straighten out nothing, because at the end of the day, you know you look like a fool, you feel like a fool, but guess what? You ain't going nowhere. What I need to straighten it out for? I'm not in jeopardy of losing anything over here. I'm not in jeopardy of losing my family. I'm not in jeopardy of losing my wife. I'm not in jeopardy of losing what we built together. I'm not in jeopardy, okay? So there's no reason for me to have to stand up and defend whatever somebody is saying or defend you because you feel or look uncomfortable. Because guess what? You're going to continue to look uncomfortable. You're going to continue to feel uncomfortable, and your black ass ain't going nowhere. Um, But I wish that people stood up for. I wish that people in relationships, especially when someone was trying to rock the boat, right? Um, that they stood up. You know, I don't even care if it was true. You should be like, girl, you. I don't care if it. I don't care if T.I. was having a relationship with Bernice. He still should have been checking her. I don't care. She basically says that her and Kirk have been together for 25 years. I think married for 25 years, she said. Either together or married. Nonetheless, they've been together for 25 years. And she said that you have shit to think about before you throw shit away. Basically saying that, I get it. Listen, I'm not stupid. Oh, where's this mic on? Oh, God, I thought this mic was not on. I was about to have a fit. I get it. Do I understand? Please don't take what I'm about to say the wrong way. Because the girls like to twist stuff in the comments sometimes. No shade. I love y'all to pieces. Do I understand how in some situations, how if infidelity happened, how a person could still stick around? Yes, I could understand in some situations. I said some. Not a lot, some. Okay? Situations like Rashida and Kirk, I don't get it. I absolutely don't get it. Because hell, if we're gonna be honest, because she mentioned even a situation like Beyonce and Jay-Z, I don't get it. Because the truth of the matter is, Beyonce don't need Jay-Z for nothing. Beyonce's life would not change without Jay-Z in the picture. And Jay-Z's life probably wouldn't change without Beyonce in the picture. So even if people try to use oh, they've built so much together, they have a business together, that might be true, right? She went on a tour, it was called the Miss Carter tour and all that carrying on, right? But it doesn't take away from what I feel is a fact that if Beyonce left Jay-Z, that girl, it would just be, now it might be some shit they got to work out, but that would be because, girl, if it's some shit that they got to work out, and girl, that's because, girl, y'all didn't handle y'all business prenup, what I'm saying, before y'all got married. But anyway, I'm mentioning Beyonce because Rashida mentioned Beyonce. Anyways, I'm getting off track. Shit does happen in relationships. And I do understand in some situations how you could stick around if an infidelity happened. Not every situation, I said some. She says, as she said, basically trying to say that none of the girls are any different. Ask Keisha and them. Girl, did she say ask Michelle Obama? And she said ask Beyonce. Now, can we have some girl? Shout out to Andrew Gabor. What Gabor be saying? Can we have real talk? Now we know Barack ain't never cheated on Michelle because they were trying to find dirt on Barack for the longest, and they couldn't find nothing. All they found was he wore a tan suit, and I think he was in another relationship prior to Michelle to some woman who he proposed to. But they tried to find dirt on Barack, and Barack was squeaky clean. Okay. But that don't take away from the fact that Michelle got her ass out online and said that, girl, she was unhappy in her marriage for about 10 years. Girl, I'm sorry. That's a long ass time to be unhappy in a marriage. I don't give a damn what type of vows you took and who you took them in front of. That's a long time to be unhappy. Okay? We're not going to sit here and act like Jay-Z ain't got down to CNN and say he cheated on Beyonce. Now, do I believe there are levels to ain't shit nigga? I absolutely do. I don't believe that someone who cheats on their wife one time is on the same level as somebody who cheats on their wife with 50 different women and have a baby. No, it's not the same. However, at the end of the day, you still was dealing with an ain't shit nigga. Now, to what degree is your ain't shit nigga? I guess that's up for debate. Beyonce stuck around with a nigga who wasn't shit. Michelle stuck in a marriage when she said she was unhappy for 10 years. I think she said 10 years. Let me make sure. I don't want to be out relying on Michelle. Let me see. Let me make sure. Michelle Obama unhappy. Yes. Michelle Obama says she couldn't stand husband Barack for 10 years. So all I'm saying is people do stay sick in situations. People do stay in marriages when there's infidelity, when there's unhappiness. Rashida ain't the only one. However, we are talking about Rashida because we're talking about Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Um, I feel like if Rashida left Kirk, I feel like she would probably excel more. I do. I do. I think that I think Kirk's world would probably be rocked. I think it would be more so of I think it would be more so of like a Melody and Martell. I do. I don't think Rashida would really suffer financially unless she's just a fool and Kirk really over there, you know. Or it could be Rashida it could be a Wendy and Kevin, where Kevin was handling all the business and Wendy was a talent. And then when Kevin was no longer in the picture, honey girl, the ship just sank. Oh girl, that's a mess. Anyways, so yeah, I'm not trying to say that Kirk is on the same level as Obama or Jay-Z. And I'm not saying Rashida is the same as Beyonce and Michelle, but what I am saying is they all been through some shit and they all stuck around. And Beyonce's husband cheated on her just like Rashida's husband cheated on her. I mean, only difference is, girl, we know well, it was a baby. Now, you know the streets. What happened to that boy? What happened to that boy that looked like Jay-Z? Anyway, let me shut up. Bambi, Chaotic, and Spice are on stage talking. We gotta hurry up. This review is getting too long. Bambi, Chaotic, and Spice are on stage talking before they're having a concert. Girl, when I said, bitch, when Spice walked up and Chaotic was behind Spice and he said, "Shut up!" The way I must have screamed in this apartment, Shaba! I said, this nigga, Chaotic is so funny to me. Um, so, anyways, um, him and Bambi are talking, and Bambi is basically saying, I heard that you and Scrappy were beefing. And he's basically on some, it ain't really no beef, but we just, we had started a YouTube channel together. Girl, Scrappy don't take care of his business. I'm just like, girl, we literally have person after person after person. We have Bambi, who was telling us that Scrappy doesn't like to pay bills and take care of his business to the point where her and her children were basically being evicted, and she had to find a place to lay her head in her kid's head, right? And then you have Mama D, his own mama, who was even dragging Bambi, but then turn around and say she don't even want to go in business with him because he don't pay his bills on time. And now you got Chaotic saying the same exact thing, that he doesn't like to pay his, like, I'm putting all this money into the studio and all this stuff, and he doesn't like to basically contribute his part. Anyways, Zane and Ashley. Well, I have a question for y'all. Can I ask y'all a question? I think this is a good question too, because I don't know. Okay, so Zane and Ashley. So I'm assuming it was a little boy, not a little. They like teenagers, but it was a teenage boy and a teenage girl. Remember when Zane and Ashley had that barbecue a few episodes ago? Oh, excuse me. And anyways, I'm assuming that the boy that was in the scene with Zane and Ashley, I'm assuming that's the son she's talking about, because I only remember two kids, so I don't think that is Zane's biological son. So she's telling Zane that the son is more than likely going to go stay with the father, I guess, when the new school year starts. Zane felt some way about it, because he's like, how are you not going to have a conversation with me about him going to live with his father? Do y'all think Zane has a right to be mad? I think this is a good conversation. Y'all let me know, because I don't know. Y'all know, usually I feel like I got the answer. I don't know, because, okay. So Zane is not the biological father. That doesn't mean anything, because just because you don't biologically have that doesn't take away from you being a mother or a father. So can Zane feel? I mean, he can feel whatever he wants to feel. Does Zane, and he has a right. Okay, I think I'm trying to be too politically correct. Does Zane have a right? Girl, don't get caught up onto the words. Does Zane have a right to be mad that Ashley did not have a conversation with him about her son that she has with another man going to live with the father? If she is having a conversation with the father, and that's a conversation that they had, does she owe Zane a conversation too? Do they owe Zane a conversation too? Should she just entertain the conversation even though the decision is up to her and his father? I think that's a cute conversation for the people. I think that's a cute conversation. I don't know, because a part of me feels like if Zane has a heavy influence, if Zane is a part of his life, like a real big part of his life, And I know that people are going to say, well, they live together. That don't mean nothing because you can live in a house and still not have a relationship with your kids or your stepkids. Hello? Um, I could see if Zane was like, that's my son. I look at him as my son. Like, I take him to basketball games, football games. We go out for ice cream. We talk about girls. We talk about sex. You know what I'm saying? Then I could see how Zane could feel some type of way. Because it's like, damn, like, I thought y'all valued my opinion. But on the flip side, it's like, if his daddy is still alive and Ashley clearly is still alive, then do they owe him? Do they owe him that conversation to say we think it's best for Junior? I think they said his name is Junior to go live with his father for X amount of time or girl until he graduates from whatever. He's going to live with his father. What y'all think? I don't know. Y'all let me know. I don't know. I'm glad I'm not in that situation. What would y'all? I know some of y'all been in that situation, but some of y'all have been in that situation. Y'all let me know. What can you do at the end of the day, though? Y'all let me know what is it? I don't know. Anyways, girl, when I do feel like Ashley. Now I'm gonna be honest. I do feel like Ashley's playing a little game with Zane. At one point, I think Zane got pissed off for real, because he was like, "You doing this shit for TV?" I said, "Oh." Girl, he said, "Break the fourth wall, girl. This the type of carrying on you doing." I think she's doing it to get back at him because she did tell him, "Look, I have to deal with I have to deal with you and basically Michelle and girl, your almost son. So you're gonna deal with this too." And it is what it is. Have a good show. I said, "Ooh." Um, what I put? Oh, Yandy buys Mendices another ring because he lost his other one. He threw it somewhere. Girl, it is what it is, girl. He says that Yandy is too focused on public perception. That's because you always have Yandy looking like a fool. No, no, no. That's because Yandy has that's because Yandy is okay with looking like a fool. Because Yandy don't make Mendices look like a fool. Yandy looks like a fool over Mendices. That's why Yandy cares about public perception. Okay. Now the truth of the matter is a ring don't mean a thing. Girl, you can have a ring. A ring don't ain't never stop no nigga from cheating. Okay. But I do feel like we're not gonna sit here and play this game as if, girl, we don't know what the ring is supposed to symbolize. You know what I'm saying? Now, whether the girls take it seriously once they put it on their finger, that's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother day. I said, girl, not you buying this nigga a ring. Girl, he gonna do the same thing he did with the other one, throw it around the room, girl, and lose it. Jasmine invited Rich Dollars. Girl. So I was confused at first about. I don't want to talk about Rich Dollars. He a mess. Rich Dollars is, girl, I know, pushing every bit of 50 something years old, and he's still on some creep squad shit. That shit is so trash to me. But he's a man. What a man gonna be a man, right? That's what y'all say. Not y'all, but the people. Um, I was confused about when I heard Spice say it's the same beat. I was like, hold on, whoa, 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 whoa. So then they said it was a cipher, and I think in ciphers, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, that sometimes you use the same beat, and it's just you basically going up and either like freestyling, but everybody basically is rocking to the same beat. I was like, okay. Now I don't know how that would sound on an album. I don't know. I guess. Can you imagine listening to an album with the same beat for, girl, 25, 30 minutes? Girl, I don't know. I mean, I guess if the people are really talented, then I guess it wouldn't matter. I don't know. Um, so Kirk, Rashida, and Erica Banks are in a room together. Then Jasmine and her friend Erica come into the room. Rashida gets up and leaves. I don't give a damn what nobody say. Rashida don't have no relationship with Cannon. I don't think that Kirk has a relationship with Cannon. He didn't even know what grade that boy was in. Hello? How you don't know what grade your son is in? I don't know what type of relationship that Rashida and Jasmine could have because Rashida doesn't want any dealings with Jasmine, and that is Cannon's mother. Like, I don't know, it's just weird to me. And I do agree with Jasmine what she said a while ago. It would probably just be easier for us to communicate. I feel like the best thing for people to do in situations where, girl, you should just leave, but we know that people don't leave relationships when people cheat. Well, women don't leave when men cheat. Because the niggas gonna leave y'all. Most of them all. Okay. Um, girl, just start a group text thread. Like, I don't know, like this one's like I'm just trying to give it, I feel like I'm giving solid advice to people who want to remain in their relationships and everybody kind of be at ease. Girl, just start a group thread, a group chat. So everybody see what everybody's saying. Girl, it ain't no, because there's a good chance that Jasmine or Kirk, if she doesn't trust Jasmine, if she don't trust Kirk, that I could, I mean, I would assume that they wouldn't try no slick shit in a group chat where Rashida is a part of the group chat. You see what I'm saying? I just don't understand why it's so hard for people. I just feel like they're making the situation more difficult than what it needs to be. Um, but yeah, I don't think that Rashida wants anything to do with Cannon. I don't. I think that if Cannon comes over, if he comes over, I think that Rashida, I don't think Rashida mistreats him. I think that if she goes to the store and gets her other son a Happy Meal, I think she'll get him a Happy Meal too. I think she'll say, "Hey, Cannon, how are you doing?" I think she'll probably give him a hug. But after that, I think she's is mute. If she goes in the kitchen and fixes the other son some apples and caramel, I think she'll probably give him some apples and caramel too. But I don't think that she is interacting with him like, you know what I'm saying? It's very much, that's your son. I'm not gonna mistreat him though, but that's your son. Um, Kirk basically admits to lying about Jasmine coming to the door without clothes on. I said in my review, I think Kirk is lying. Could I see Jasmine probably throwing on like a little robe and answering the door? Yes. But I could not picture Jasmine just coming to the door just butt ass naked. Girl, I don't even picture Jasmine coming to the door with a t-shirt and some panties on. I think Jasmine would be covered up. Again, even if it was one of those little robes that the girls wear, some of the boys too. You know, little robes that go above your knee, little robe you throw on, is she still covered up in my opinion. So now Kirk is admitting to lying on Jasmine. Why are y'all believing that Kirk, not y'all, why are people believing that Kirk is not this liar? He just admitted to lying again. um, the cipher, girl. Girl, that's my laundry. The cipher. Shakana was a mess. Siara was a mess. Bambi was a mess. Amy was a mess. Scrappy did decent. Scrappy wasn't bad from what I saw. Rashida, girl, was a mess. She did more better than the other ones. Chaotic did all right. Scrappy did all right. Chaotic did all right. Rashida, I like the fact that Bambi tried to give a show. I don't know. I think what it was is that they were rapping over like the backtrack, what is called a backtrack. They were rapping over the song. So it was like I don't know. I don't know if they had sped up the. I don't know. It just sounded like everything was off. Like you heard the backtrack in the back, and then you heard Rashida's voice. You heard the backtrack in the back. You heard Bambi's voice. Like it wasn't in alignment. Scrappy, I felt like again probably sounded the best. It just was horrible. Siara cannot rap. However, Siara don't sound no worse. If we're gonna be honest about it, hell, she don't sound no worse than Ice Spice or the other girls that's out. You know what I'm saying? I was surprised by Bambi because it really sounded like Bambi could rap the last episode. I don't know if it was because they only had a few hours to practice. I don't know. I just was like, this is horrible. I thought it was trash. I hope those people were able to come to that concert for free. Because I would be pissed off if I paid for some shit like that. I'm almost sure that it had to be for free. Because I refuse to believe that they charge people to come and see that bullshit. Girl, that's what you put together, Spice? That's what you had your name on? I was not. Erica Banks. I feel like Erica Banks sounded like she probably did decent. So it was Erica, Scrappy, Chaotic. I think Rashida. I can't remember, girl. But I thought Amy. I was like, what's going on? Shakana. I felt like she forgot the words at one point. Like it just was like I was like, okay, girl, this is a lot. It's a lot and it's nothing at the same time. Oh, can I say something? I'm all down for plastic surgery. Y'all already know as soon as I get my little change together, I'm going to give me some liposuction. Okay? I'm sitting right, I'm laying my big ass right on the table and getting all this shit sucked out. Okay? And I ain't going to have no shame in my game either. I've been talking about this shit for about 10 years. Hey! Now, when it's going to happen, I don't know. But once I'm going to get it though. Okay? I don't know about BBLs. For the girls out there who got BBLs, let me know. I felt like when Siara was standing sideways, I felt like I saw something. I'm not trying to body shame, but I feel like when I saw Siara standing sideways, it like I saw something right here, right by that thigh and that booty meat. You know that booty meat that booty meat you cuff. You know that booty meat that booty meat that you cuff. You know that little piece of cheek. Y'all know what I'm talking about? That little piece of cheek that be hanging out on the side. You know what I'm saying? I felt like something looked real funny looking about that piece of meat that was hanging out. I was like, what am I, what's going on? I just let it go though. And then she said, you effing on Bam. This is what it sounded like she said. You effing on, she had a diss track for what's her face? What's that her name? Amy. Girl, Bambi called her angry angry Luciani. Bambi kind of funny, low key, ain't gonna lie. But she said, it sounds like Siara said, you effing on Bambi's ex nigga. That's all I thought I heard her say. Okay? And then Shakana Joe, Siara went and grabbed Shakana Joe. They're all on stage. So at this point, everybody's on stage because I think that's the point of a cipher too, is that everybody's on stage as they're rocking to the beat. You know what I'm saying? So everybody's on stage. It wasn't like one person came out at a time. And then you heard Scrappy saying, I'm going to drag these hoes in real life. I got info on all these hoes. I ain't even did nothing to her, but I got her. Scrappy grabs the mic and then he starts talking to the crowd, going off. I was so confused by Scrappy's actions, and I'm going to tell you why. Scrappy looked like an absolute fool to me. Scrappy looked like an absolute clown. Siara didn't even say anything that, from what I heard, again, from what I heard, I think she wrote, I think, not she wrote, I wrote, you effing on Bambi's ex nigga. I think that's what she said. Correct me if I'm wrong. For you to spaz out like that because you feel as though, oh, and I'm leaving out a part. Chaotic either helped Siara write her diss record, or either he wrote the diss record for her in full. I don't know, but he assisted her in the diss record. Scrappy is acting as if this is his first time hearing this stuff. Even at when they did, I think when they did the song release, remember when they got on the mic and Spice even said something about Amy and Scrappy. Scrappy laughed it off. They all kikied and laughed about it, right? To the point Scrappy asked Amy on a date. Why is Scrappy now acting as if it's not some truth to what Siara said? Now, are they technically, probably not, I don't know. But why are you so upset now when this whole time they've been talking about you dealing with Amy? Amy has had discussions about you, about talking to you. It's been group discussions in front of your face about you and Amy. You asked Amy out on a date, and now we're at the thing, and it's like the same conversation is happening, and now you want to spaz out. And again, I don't really remember Siara or hearing Siara say anything that was so bad to the point it should have pissed Scrappy off. It almost felt like Scrappy had probably drunk a half a bottle of Hennessy or a half a bottle of tequila or vodka, and whatever was going to happen, it was going to set him off regardless. I really don't understand Scrappy being as upset as he was. He ran up to Chaotic, and yes, he was aggressive. We got to call it for what it is. Chaotic had every right to feel like, why is this nigga running up on me like that? Even Zane said, Scrappy tried to make it as though I just ran up and was like, hey, bro, let's talk. No, you shoved him. So they about to fight on stage. It becomes this big mess, and I'm just like, this is a fool. This is the fool. Is Chaotic wrong for writing a diss record? The reason why I don't think Chaotic is that wrong is because, again, based on what I heard, you effing on Bambi's ex nigga. That's all I heard. Now, have anything, Amy should be pissed if Chaotic did write the entire rap, the entire diss rap, then if anything, Amy should feel some type of way about Chaotic. Because she got hit the hardest, from what I heard. So, again, why is Scrappy so riled up over some shit that's literally being played out? And you took the girl on a date. Like, what are we talking about? And talked about how sexy she was. Like, what are we, like, are we really playing this game, Scrappy? Anyways, oh, and then that's when Shakana said, I feel so bad because we're a broken family. And then that's when Shakana told her, shut the F up. Because you caused all this. No, actually, you caused all of this. Because the truth of the matter is, let's start at A. You set the tone and the energy for this fuck shit. Because the fact of the matter is, like I've been saying, you want to talk about having positive energy and your name being on this project. You cannot have positive energy when you have people on the same record dissing each other. This started because of you, Spice. If you would have nipped this shit in the bud from the get-go, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. But because you all on, oh, it's the artistry, and I can't tell nobody what to say on their song. Yes, you can. Yes, if you can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You didn't want to because you were trying to keep up some shit. Oh, girl. Girl, I need to take a break because this is about to. Girl, I gotta take a break. Hold up. Hey. Okay. Girl, this was a mess between Yandy, Mendeezy's, Jasmine, Erica, the friend we don't know her name, Rich Dollars. It just was a chaotic mess. Okay. So Yandy and Mendeezy's are walking by. They're in the hallway, and Jasmine, Rich Dollars. I think her friend's name is Erica too. The light skinned girl with the black. Well, if you don't watch the show, you don't know who I'm talking about. But the girl with the black on, I think her name is Erica. She had the ponytail, light skin, bang, whatever. Um, I have for the most part been not necessarily team Jasmine, but I really felt like Jasmine has been making sense, and I have believed a lot of what Jasmine has said this entire season. This was the first time this season where I was like, "Ooh, Jasmine, girl, you look like a fool." Anyways, so they're walking by each other, and Jasmine says, "Oh, there goes that. There's a part of the Frost cult. You know, she calls the Frost, the people who defend Kirk, a part of a cult." And they stop. Jasmine says, "I don't look familiar to you." And Mendeecees is basically like I don't know you. What it comes down to in this part of the scene is Jasmine and Mendeecees really don't know each other. Jasmine, if we have to be honest, and we are, that's what we do over here. You're manipulative too. You are. Jasmine, I have to start watching what you say and what you do because of how you tried to manipulate this situation. You knew damn well you ain't no Mendeecees like that. And Mendeecees don't know you like that. But for you to try to paint this picture as if Mendeecees knew you, right? You were trying to manipulate the situation. And then you try to pull well, I'm just speaking my truth. Girl, you ain't got no fucking truth in this situation. He came into the strip club that you work at or the bar that you work at. He had some drinks, and that's what it was. If you want to just tell us that Mendeecees is fucking your home girl, then just say it. But for you to try to insert yourself in something that really doesn't move the needle for me, because okay, he came to a strip club that you work at. Okay, niggas go to strip clubs all the time. Straight, gay, married, single. You ain't got no. The T should have been he came to my club and I saw him hugged up with a bitch. That should have been the T. Am I wrong with what I'm saying? Y'all correct? I know y'all will. Correct me. So what it comes down to is they have a friend who is allegedly having an affair with Mendices. I don't know. Like, listen, girl, y'all gonna be surprised at what I'm about to say. I am all down for holding people responsible, especially folks who are in relationships. I believe that side chicks exist because men make women into side chicks. I don't give a damn if every woman came up and threw themselves at you. It is your job to tell that hoe no. That's it. Right? Now, we can question her integrity and how she moves and whether she was raised or did she grow up. But we would not be able to question yours because you move as a man with integrity. And you put yourself and your wife and your family at the forefront. But that's not what y'all do. So even if Jasmine and and every other girl was busting it wide open in front of you, you need to get your shit and leave. And then you let the people drag them because of the way that they move in. Now, yes, if you are in a relationship and the side chick, I could see how in some instances it could be like, well, girl, you found out he was married, you still fool with him anyways. But it's still, let's go back to point A. With all that being said, there is a part of me that believes that I know for a fact, there are women out there who believe that if I can get him to leave his wife or his girlfriend, then I can take her spot. And I'm here to let y'all dumbasses know, even if you are involved with a married man, you will never be in the spot of the wife. And quiet as it's kept, you really even shouldn't want to be. Look at how he treating her. Like who the fuck wants to be in Rashida's spot? Married to a nigga who who had a baby on her in hot tubs on TV with other bitches. Like who really wants to be in that spot? Who really wants to be in Yandy's position where every time we look up, girl, her husband is embarrassing her and getting down to TV saying, oh, if the roles were reversed, I don't know if I will hold you down. After this woman done waited 4 or 5 years for this nigga to get out of prison, fight for prison reform, get maced in her face in front of the prison. Hello? Girl, every time we look up, somebody's in Yandy's face telling her about her nigga cheating on her. Who really wants that life? A dummy. A part of me does believe that this girl who's friends with Jasmine and Erica, she wants it to be known that she's sleeping with Mendeezes because there's probably some hope somewhere in her body, probably some shit Mendeezes and told her too, right? That I wish if I could leave my wife, I would. I really want to be with you. It's just not a good time right now. And she probably believed that if I can try and break this shit up, then I'll have my chance at Mendeece's. I do believe that that's probably some of what's going on with this girl who don't want to show her face, but want everybody to know that Mendeece's is cheating. I'm about to say something that's going to sound a little bit ignorant. And I know, I try to be very aware of the shit that comes out of my mouth. And even though it might sound gutter sniping, ignorant, and kitchen table talk, I'm going to say it anyways. Y'all hoes gonna have to learn what it is. You are a side hoe. You know you a side hoe. And now all of a sudden, girl, you want everybody to know you effing with a married man. Girl, he's not going to leave Yandy. And Yandy ain't gonna leave him. Yandy gonna forever be a fool. You gonna forever be a side chick. And Medice's gonna have both of y'all. Case closed. It's no shade. Girl, if you just want to fuck Mendeeses because he giving you a couple of dollars, girl, fuck him and go about your business, girl. But to want to walk around here wearing a t-shirt, letting the world know you a side hoe, I ain't gonna never get it. Okay? I ain't gonna never get a girl who signed up to knowingly be the side hoe. Like for people to know her face on TV. Girl. Quiet as a skip, if I was Jasmine, I wouldn't have came back. That would have been paid. They would have had to pay me. I'm not going through this circus again with people calling me a hoe all over again 7 years later, 6 years later. Right? Y'all gonna have to pay me for my pain. And I don't think they're paying the girls like that down to MTV like they're doing over there on Bravo. Okay. So Yandy, Mendeeses, and Erica, they're all out. Basically, everybody's outside. And yeah, Erica is telling, let me tell you something. 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 Erica ain't scared of no motherfucking Yandy. Bitch. Let me tell So Mendeeses is talking. Erica's standing right beside Mendees. Oh, one thing I will give Yandy is this much, though. I'm going to give Yandy this much. When Jasmine and Mendeeses were going back and forth in that hallway, and I think even Erica chimed in too, Yandy ain't said a word. And that's exactly how it's supposed to be. I don't give a damn what none of y'all say. Girl, you supposed to sit there and clock whatever you need to clock. Okay? So when you let Mendeeses say whatever he needs to say to Jasmine, you let Jasmine say whatever she needs to say to Mendeeses, you let Erica say whatever she needs to say to Mendeeses, you let Mendeeses say whatever he needs to say to Erica. You need to sit back with your hands folded just like this and watch. He a grown ass man. He can handle it. And you need to watch and you need to listen. And I will give Yandy her flowers, like I said. She sat back on that wall and she listened. Because somebody gonna slip up and say some shit. And bitch, you gonna catch it. Okay? Now in this situation, it came out that Jasmine was low-key full of shit. Okay? She really ain't no Mendeeses. Ain't nothing happened between her and Mendeeses, right? She just wanted to let the girls know that girl he be at the club. Now you need to let us know. Maybe Jasmine said it and I don't remember. Jasmine needs to let us know if Mendeeses was down there fucking with some of the strippers. If he was in the back getting his dick sucked for $20. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all ain't sucking dick for $20. Please don't. Please don't. Um, but yeah. So we get outside and Erica tells Yandy, so you just gonna let your husband F somebody else? And then Mendeeses said, why are you talking? And then she said, first of all, you fucking everybody in Atlanta. And then Yandy said, you're not going to talk to him like that. And she got up, and when I tell you she was just like this in that lady's face, when I tell you Yandy was right here in her face, and when I tell you she walked up on that lady didn't even flinch. Maybe she didn't move. She didn't take a step back. Her head didn't go back, nothing. She stood right there in that same position. I said, oh, Miss Thing fights. Hey! I know she smelled Yandy's breath. I know Yandy was spitting on her. They were that close to each other's face. And you know what she told Yandy? Yandy said, you're not going to talk to him like that. And she said, but I am. Hey, I said, wait. That reminded me of Kenya and Nene when they got into it at the reunion. And Nene was like, you're not going to disrespect my husband. And Kenya said, I just did. I said, wait a minute. Ow. And then she asked Yandy, what are you going to do? Yandy, I don't think Erica is the one you want. Now, you probably got about 10 or 15 pounds on Erica, but Miss Thing didn't budge when you got in her face. She was going to whoop your ass. Okay? So, anyways, girl, long story short, they all got to tussling safari. Girl. Mendeeses was about to fight the girls. It was a mess. Mendeeses was about to fight the girls because he was like, because I think at one point it all looked like they were about to. It looked like at one point Jasmine and the other girl that was with Erica and Jasmine swung on Yandy, and Yandy swung back. Now I don't know if Erica swung, And then at one point, it looked also like Erica, that Yandy and Rich got into it. Quiet as it's kept, if we're going to be honest about it, that's who she should have an issue with too. Because if Rich, you supposed to be cool with me, you really, nigga, you really just put me in a position. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not Rich's fault. But what I'm saying is I think that Rich played a part in it that night. And that's supposed to be your brother. Girl. Don't they call each other bro and sis? Maybe I'm wrong. And then she said, no one, and in her confessional, Yandy said, no one will disrespect my husband in front of me. Girl, quiet as it's kept, Erica didn't disrespect your husband. She disrespected you. If we're going to talk about it. If we're going to talk about it. If we're going to talk about it. Erica didn't disrespect Mendeecees. She was talking to you. And she was asking you how did you okay with your husband sleeping with somebody else? And then he told her, why you talking? And then she said, you fucking everybody in Atlanta. And then you said, you're not gonna talk to him like that. And then she said, but I am. And then she said, what you gonna do about it? Good. Look, the thing is, I do think Mendeecees is cheating on Yandy. I don't know, but I also think Yandy ain't going nowhere. A lot of women don't go anywhere. I'm not trying to be funny, but a lot of women stay in marriages where they know their husband is up to no good. Yandy is one of those women. Rashida is one of those women. Most of the women that we see on reality TV are those women. They're going to stick around. Okay? There's too many people on different sides of town having the same story about Mendeecees being community dick. Too many people. Anyways, girl, I hope I covered everything. If I didn't, then girl, we just gonna be fresh out of luck because I'm tired of talking. All right, I'm gone. It is what it is. Jasmine, you really flopped to me this last episode. You just did. I don't know what it was. Like, it looked like the side chick convention. Girl. And I was so confused on what they were trying to do. Like, what is the purpose of y'all trying to get together? And I don't know, like, because the fact of the matter is, it's not going to change nothing in their relationship. Like, y'all letting Yandy know that Mendeecees is cheating on her. You think Yandy probably know Mendeecees is cheating on her? And y'all trying to say it because the other girl is scared to come forward? Then, girl, let her be scared to come forward. You out here, Erica, on some real shit about to fight Yandy over some shit that really ain't got nothing to do with you. Jasmine, you all up in the midst. Like, girl, you need to be worried about Rashida and Kirk. I wasn't mad at Jasmine for bringing Erica around this season because I did feel like Jasmine needed backup. I would not come if I'm coming on this reality show and I know how it's going to be. I'm not coming around this group of women either without some type of support. So I need to bring one of my homegirls. So I got it. This was the first time I was looking at Jasmine like, girl, y'all look crazy as hell to me. Anyways, well, everybody look crazy on the show, but girl, I'm tired.